Okay? Three things. Because whenever you have been involved with someone for a time and you enjoy their presence, you enjoy their company, you enjoy their being with you, there comes a time when you have to make up in your mind, you know, if you're looking for someone to spend the rest of your life with or spend consistent quality time with, there comes a time you have to know when it's time to pop that question. Yeah. When is the time, BobbieD? I want to know when is the time. When is it? I got three things I want to tell you that will help you understand when it's the right time for you to know when it's the right time to pop that question. Okay? Number one. Okay? Man, Marshall in the house. What's up, Marshall? Number one. If you've been dating a woman in the Philippines, Russia, China, I don't care where, for quite some time, and you serious about her, you've been spending a year, 6 months, 9 months, 2 years talking to her and everything, you know, first thing you have to understand, if you need to know when it's time to, and in your mind you're like, man, you know, I really like her, is she the one? Is she the one? You know, what's up, Terry Fleming, 2 back at your brother? You know, you say in your mind, is she the one? Is she the one? Is she the right one for me? You know? So I'm gonna give you three things that will let you know when it's time to pop that question. Number one, you've been dealing with a woman for a while, you like her, she likes you. First thing you understand that if you have a constant, Paul in the house, if you have a constant communication, number one, communication. If your communication is clear, your communication is constant, your communication is consistent, then you may consider trying to pop that question. Okay, that's number one. Number one, man. You gotta have communication. And it has to be consistent. It has to be clear. And it has to be complete. You know, no partial communication, high and by. You know, think some of you dating these women are going up high and by. That's it. Well, we know we communicate every day. Hi. She said hi. I said bye. That's how I communicate. Now, that ain't nothing. Communication is one of the bedrocks of any solid, consistent, a long-term relationship. Understand me, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Understand me. If you have no communication in your relationship, you have no relationship, okay? It's about to expire. It's about to break down. Just like a car, you ride a car so long, eventually it's going to break down because you don't maintenance. You don't do the maintenance on it. You don't do the fix it. But you have no communication. Communication keeps your relationship greased and smooth and running strong. So if you have none, you have no relationship. Okay. So number one, when it's time to pop that right question, when you want to know whether it's time to pop the question or not, number one, make sure that your communication is smooth, consistent, constant. Okay. Now, number one. Number two, not only should the communication be clear, consistent. Robert, what's up, man? Not only should your communication be clear, consistent, constant, but you have to understand that if you have no consistent trust them, listen to me good, trust. If you have no consistent trust in your relationship, you have no relationship. Trust, T-R-U-S-T. Without trust, you can have no good, solid relationship. Trust allows you to generate truth. With no trust, you can have no truth. With no truth, you have no understanding. You have no reality to base your relationship, because everything on your relationship is based on a lie. So if you have constant, consistent truth with a woman, I mean, you know, everybody tell lies sometimes. You know, even the best of us and the rest of us tell a lie. You know, but how often does she tell a lie? That's the question. Does she tell you lies every day? Then you ain't got nothing, buddy. You might well let her go. But every now and then, I can see, you know, everybody's human, man. You tell them too. Don't sit there and say, well, you know, buddy, I don't lie. Stop lying right there. You tell lies like everybody else. But the key is, how consistently does she tell the truth? She tells you the truth more of the time, 99, 90, 89%. That's, you know, you got a good thing, okay? When I was dating Lisa D, man, before I met Lisa D, I had women lying to me left and right. And I would check them out. When I catch them and they lie, then they lie about the lie. They lie about the lie when you catch them in the lie. That's when I know I had to let them go. I don't mind somebody. Everybody make mistakes. We all lie sometimes. But when I catch you in the lie and you still continue to lie about the lie that I catch you in, now, you got to go, buddy. You got to go. So, number one, if you have consistent communication, constant communication, and if you have a consistent person that's telling you consistent truth, trust, you can trust them, because truth leads to what? Trust, okay? And without truth and trust and communication in a relationship, you got nothing, man. You got nothing. And then, not only should you have good communication and good, constant trust, leading the truth in your relationship. But you have to have the deep down embedded desire to cohabit, 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 and commune with that lady. Okay, what you mean by it? What you mean cohabit? Yeah, you want to be able to live with her. Yeah, you got to have that desire to live with her. When you live with her, that's when you want to be able to be with her 24/7. And so then you'll know you might want to start thinking about popping that question. You know, I remember when I was dating Lisa D, man, I was working at the time, and all I could think about is being with Lisa D on my job. You know, when I went home, you know, I was there by myself at the house, and dog, man. And then I get you talking to her, want to talk to her some more, want to be around her, and you can't, you know. I knew it was getting serious. So when you have a deep down desire to commune with that lady, to cohabit with that lady, to be all around her all the time, that's when you know it's time to consider popping the question. Yeah, it's time, man. I know it's time. When Lisa D, when I felt I could trust her, when we always communicated together, and then I started wanting to live with her, spend my life with her, I knew it was time for me to pop that question. And that's what I did. So those are three things that you can use as a barometer to maybe identify when it's your time to pop that question. Because I know if you've been going with this lady for a while, that's in your mind. That's in the back of your mind. Man, when's my time? How would it be like for me and her to be together? You know what I'm saying? Those things come into the mind of anybody that's looking for a consistent mate, a constant companion, a constant mate. Those things pop into your mind. And when they come into your mind, you know, sometimes it's just like a fleeting thought. But sometimes when it's consistently in your mind, you might want to ask yourself those three questions. Is it time for me to pop this question? Then you go through the three things I just gave you. Communication, okay? Consistent truth, okay? Trust. And then you cohabiting. You have a constant desire to live with that person, to commune with that person. And when I say commune, that's more than just living with a person. Communion. When you take communion in the church, guess what? That's when you unite with the Holy Spirit of the Most High God. That's when you take that communion, you know, that little juice in the cup you drink. That's supposed to represent the blood of the Lord, you know? And the bread, it represents the body. So when you have that desire to commune with your lady, that means you want to be as one with her, man. You want to be as one with her. And I know some of you guys have that idea in your mind. You want to be as one with your lady. I know, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's when you have a deep, down, overriding love. And if you don't want to be as one with your lady, it's okay. Just know that it's not time to pop that question. Okay? If you don't want to be with your lady all the time, if you don't have constant communication with your lady all the time, if you don't have constant trust with the lady all the time, it's not the time to make that question. She might be asking you, Johnny, when we gonna get married? Let's get married, Johnny. I said, no, it's not the right time. What you mean it's not the right time? It's not the right time for me. It's not the right time for me. It may be the right time for you, my dear, but it's not the right time for me. So if you think it's the right time for you, we got a problem. Because I'm not doing it. That's all you got to have. You have to have a strategy, and you have to have a plan when you're dealing with a relationship with any female, whether she's Russian, German, American, I don't care. Because I guarantee you guys, if you're not planning for her, she is planning on you, okay? That's how women do. Women strategize, and we just fantasize. I'm going to say that again, y'all. Write that one down. Women strategize, and men just fantasize. That's what we do, man. We fantasize about the woman's body and the bed with her and all kind of crazy stuff. That's what we do. And we go to bed with all those crazy ideas, and man, we get up in the morning. Okay, my gimbal I'm talking my gimbal again, y'all. Just went out on, I think battery. Anyway, but yeah, man, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to have a strategy when it deals with little women. Because I guarantee you, women have a strategy for you, okay? Women, hold up, y'all. All right, I'm back. Women have a strategy for you, okay? Whether you realize it or not. They got you down to a T, okay? They know everything you're talking about, everything you're getting ready to say, everything. All right. Okay, I just lost my connection. Anyway. All right, I don't see nobody on the screen. All right, I just lost my connection. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to ride train for a little bit. We out, man. I'm here in SM Mall waiting for Lisa D tuber queen come out the store. And you know how she do? She's just as slow. And she take her time. And like she just dropped a dime. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. I'm sitting up here waiting for my lady. And I ain't trying to be shady. Because I ain't looking at these little ladies. These are beautiful ladies in this store. You hear me? They want to drop this camera and say, hi, honey. But I can't do it. I love my woman too much. All right, we're going to ride train Bobby Lisi One Nation. Underground. What's up? What's up, Marshall Dillon in the house? What's up, man? First man up in the house today, Marshall Dillon. Where's Chester? I just want to know one question. Where's Chester? Good to see you, Marshall. Terry Fleming, two right back at you, brother. Good to see you. Paul in the house. Paul in the house. What's up, man? What's going on? Hey, we doing good, man. Just trying to wait on my lady. She getting the groceries. Oh, we're going to have a food drive tomorrow. So she's getting the groceries for the food drive recipients tomorrow. So, you guys be looking out for that. I don't know what happened. We had 2 speakers this week, y'all, and both of them just active. Like I said, we had a miscommunication with both of them. So, as far as our speakers now, I gave them an open invitation. Whenever they want to come, let me know, okay? And that way, it won't be no time lost. I'll know that they're already ready to come. So that's how we're gonna do it from now on. When they ready to come, they let me know. I have an open invitation to anyone that wants to speak on the show. All right, we're going to train Bobby Lisi. Robert Lisi, the greetings, BobbieD. Lisi, love train family. Hope all is well. Everything doing good, man. Paul in the house. He said, you got to put in the time to make it right work. Yeah, it takes time, man. It's like on your job, right? As soon as you get on your job, you think you're going to be an expert as soon as you get there? No. It takes time, baby. You have to take time to get to know each other. You have to get time to get to grow with each other. You have to know the sentiments, the mentality of each other. And then as you develop time with her, you begin to open up your eyes, your minds, to see if this one is the right one, baby. Do we fit together like a mitt, you know? Do we fit together like a glove? And when you find you have the right fit, that's when you decide if you're going to make that question in your mind. Pop that question in your mind. And I gave you 3 things today that will help you determine if it's the right time to pop that question. Communication. Communication. A consistent trust and truth. And then cohabitation, communion. You want to spend time with her, be with, living with her, all of that. Those things, man. If you can answer yes to all 3, not just one, you got to have all 3. If you answer yes to all 3 of those, you know it's time to make some change. Okay? If you can't answer yes to any of those, you're in problem. You got a problem. But if you can answer yes to all 3 of those questions in your mind, then you know it's time. If you can only answer yes to one, wait. Still got a little bit growing to do. Still got a little bit knowing to do. Wait your time out. But if you got all 3 answer strong yes, affirmative, then it is a go. Okay. If you can't answer yes to none of them, it's a no-go. You with me, G? You with me? Let's go. Round train Bobby Lisi. Paul, he said, yeah, I just look at her and I can read everything that way. Nonverbal can tell also. Yeah, nonverbal communication is even more better than verbal, and then nonverbal communication is better than vocal or verbal communication any day, because body language don't lie. You know, just like a little kid. Little kids don't lie when they tell you stuff, do they? And then when they don't have to speak, you can look on their face. Their face gonna tell you the whole truth. Because they don't lie. Body is more truthful than our personalities and in our mind. The body will say exactly how we feel. That's why you hear the expression, he wears his feelings on his sleeve. That means he can't lie. His body can't lie. He can lie with his tongue, right? With his voice. But the body said, no, I'm not with that. And the body tells you the whole truth. Round train Bobby Lisi One Nation. Terry, he said, I think in these times that we are going through now, it would be hard for me to enter into a relationship. I don't want to get deeply involved and not knowing when I can be with her. Okay. That's a very valid point. And that's a very valid point. And if you feel that way, that's why you should wait, you know. You know, most people don't feel that way. Most people would rather get involved and get what they can get. But you like, I don't want to spend the time 6 months, a year with somebody, and then I can't be with them. Okay, that's good. You know, but it's going to be a time that you can be with her. And a lot of times you can turn that around, Terry, and say, look, let's use this time to know each other. We don't know when we're going to be with each other, right? But let's take this time, make this time, shape this time, break this time, take this time to get to know one another. And then when we can be with one another, that's like the cherry on top of the cake. You know, icing on top of the cake. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would do. That's me. I was like, okay, we can't be together physically right now, but let's use this time to our advantage, my dear, and see if you're the one. And then you see if I'm the one for you. You know, that's what I'm going to see if you're the one for me. And you use that time constructively. And if she turns out not to be the one, it's okay. No love lost, right? You spent good time knowing her. She spent good time knowing you. And it's okay. You split and you're going about your business, try to find somebody. That's how you got to look at it. But Terry is the more disciplined kind of guy. He can put off stuff that most guys can't put off. You know, most of us, we got to have the slam, bam, thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? And then if we can't have it, we be like on the phone doing kind of crazy, freaky stuff with them, you know. But Terry said, I don't need none of that right now. I want to be focused. When it's time for me to do that stuff, I'm going to do it right. And I'm not going to get in that crazy stuff that y'all do, okay? Hey, I can respect that, man. I can respect that. You're a man that most people try to be like, but we can't get there. But you're on a level that most men haven't received, haven't elevated yet to your status. So I respect you. I respect your opinion. And I respect your desire to hold off until you find the right one. Ain't nothing wrong with that, buddy. Ron Chain, BobbieD, One Nation. And I messed up, y'all. Hold up. Okay, Paul, he said, I think you just know in your heart and mind and soul, if she that right one, which really can't put a time on a relationship. No, you cannot put a time on a relationship. But I'm going to tell you, one thing you should know is that 2 weeks, a week is usually not going to happen like that. Okay? Give yourself some time, at least 3-6 months or more. You know, I remember I told you I had this guy had a relationship with this girl 1 week, and then he wanted to marry the next week. I said, what? What's wrong with you? He said, she the one, Bobby. Yeah. I said, man, look, I'm not trying to put a dampen on your parade or nothing, you know, rain on your parade, but you need to think about what you're doing, you know? And you know, what happened was, it worked out to the advantage because we had the pandemic, right? And the pandemic, they still trying to relate to each other, and they're still going together. So it took a while to get to know the girl. And so to his benefit, he still wants her and she still wants him. So when the pandemic is over, they're going to get married. So, but usually in a week's time is not enough time to say you love somebody and you want to be with her for the rest of your life. Please, guys, think about what you're doing and take your time, okay? Let's go. Ron Train, BobbieD, One Nation. Paul, he said, life is too short. If we find that the one, we should marry her, live this crazy life together, because a man can't do it alone. I agree with you, man. If you find the right woman, snoop her up, snatch her before somebody else will. Because if you think she's right for you, somebody else gonna think she's right for them. Okay? And a good woman is very, very hard to find. I don't care if she's an American woman, Russian, Chinese, you know, Philippine. I don't care, man. Good woman is very, very difficult to find. Okay, and so when you do find that right one, baby, snatch her up quick and say, look here, I need you in my life, and I want you in my life for the rest of my life. And if she feels the same way, hey, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? But again, I caution you guys, do not do that in 1 week. Please, sir, please don't do that in 1 week. To give yourself time, a little bit of time, okay? Ron Chain, BobbieD, One Nation. Paul says, and first God guide you, give you grace and pray, and it come to pass. Don't let the world corrupt the mind. That's right, man. You know, you have to put God first. When you put God first, God will honor you and he will guide you, because you have submitted your life to him. And God will give you the right person he wants you to have in your life. When you put it yourself, I pray for Lisa D. Y'all think I'm playing with you? I prayed for her, man. I prayed for her. I said, Lord, tell me the right one. And you know, I went to several before I got her, and I knew that wasn't the right one. But when I got to Lisa D, everything was like different. How we talked was different. The stuff we talked about, how she was consistently telling me the truth. And I would check on her, man. I knew how to double check on her. And she was most of the time telling me the truth. When I got to her and everything was different, I said, wow. And then it took me 5 years. I told you I'm going to do it in 1 week. But then again, you don't have to take 5 years either. But like me, it took me 5 years. But we had agreed upon we were going to take time. I didn't take 5 years to take 5 years. We agreed upon we needed a time to do some other things, okay? But yeah, when you find the right one, man, do the right thing with her and don't cheat on her. Don't play with her emotion. The worst thing you can do is play with a woman's emotion, man. But she'll want to wild out on you, right? She found you with somebody else, they will wild, and especially if they loved you, they really loved you, they will wild out on you. You hear me? She can be the nicest person in the world, but let her find you sleeping with somebody. let her find you sleeping with somebody else. She'll get some scissors and get the clipping. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want. That's what they feel like doing. All right, we got Paul says yes, at least 3 months, 1 week, no go. Yeah, it's 1 week is too early. It's not enough time. You need at least, oh man, I would say 3 months and more is less. Because see, people can fool you. They put on a new face. They put on a 3-month face, and they put on a 1 week face, and then 6 months later, the devil's in them. they have the sheep and wolf, wolf and sheep clothing. That's how they do sometimes. They know how to put on the act. And so time reveals the truth out of people, When you spend time with somebody, the devil gonna come out in it. The devil sometimes don't come out in a week. The devil might not come out in a month. The devil might not come out in 6 months. But if you spend the more time you spend with them, the more time the devil have time to come out. And that's why I spent time with Lisa D. It allowed me to see some things about her that I wouldn't normally see. I saw her, she can be evil, she can be mean. I saw all sides of her, and then I still wanted her. And that same with me. She saw I could be evil and mean too. We all have the capacity to be evil and mean at certain degrees in our life. So we saw all of the bad parts about each other, and again, we still wanted each other. So if you find that with a person, you've seen the bad, you've seen the good, you've seen the ugly, and you still want her and she still wants you, that's a go-go situation. That's a win-win situation. And that's what a relationship is all about. Both of you are enjoying your life together as one. Terry Fleming said it gets easier with time. Your outlook on love and life and changes when you can think of and not lust. That is correct. Y'all heard what he said? Terry Fleming is a very enlightened individual, okay? He has elevated his mind, his body, over a lot of the thinking of men that common men have today. He said when your time brings out where you don't have to lust over that person, you know her for herself and not just lusting for her body. And that's one thing, guys, that we as gentlemen and men have to deal with on a day in, day out basis. We have a tendency to lust. L-U-S-T. I know that's a term somebody don't believe. What lusting about? What you mean? Yeah, lust. When you look at a woman and say you want that, you want a taste of that, you know what I'm saying? And then you imagine in your mind you and her going in the bed doing a wild thing. That's lust, okay? And sometimes that's good if you married with her. But if you ain't married with her, lusting don't do nothing but cause you to get corrupt. Lusting, only thing lusting after a woman does is cause you to have a corrupt mind, okay? You say, well, Bobby, I don't care about my mind. I just want to get my thing off. I know we all got that. We all have that biological necessity, to get our groove on, okay? We all got that urge to merge, right? But sometimes, if your mind ain't right and you got that urge to merge, you can be corrupted and cause you to do some very, very hateful, mean, and bad and demeaning things. So we have to always delineate and decide whether is this lust, L-U-S-T, or is this the L-O-V-E. Both of those are 4-letter words. But one of them is right and one of them is wrong. If lust in you is wrong, I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to lust after you unless you're my wife. If she's your wife, lust her. Lust all you want. Lust her and love her. But if she's not, don't be lusting, because lusting can lead to some bad things in your life. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience. I had a lot of lusting relationship, and I didn't know it was lusting until after I got into it and realized this person is nasty. I was after the wrong thing. But when I realized, I looked at their personality and said, how could I do such a thing with this person? You know, because I lusted after the body. Let's go. Ron Train BobbieD, one nation, not that good. April? Is it April? I'm sorry, I'm reading it wrong. Airfield? I'm sorry, I can't see my screen. I got a glare on my screen. He said, okay, somebody deleted him. You must, hey man, he must be saying some crazy stuff. Get him if he's saying crazy stuff. Okay, Airfield, this is normal. Okay, got you, man. Nate, what's up, Caleb? Nate Kelly. He said, I like that slogan. Blind time reveal the truth. Yeah, man. Time reveals the truth about people, okay? They say time heals all wounds. It does. And it opens up your mind so you can see the truth, okay? If you want to see the truth, the problem is some people don't want to see the truth. They allow their lust, L-U-S-T, to blind their eyes, E-Y-E-S, and so they never able to see the T-R-U-T-H because of the L-U-S-T, okay? So you have to determine, do I love this woman or do I lust after her body, okay? And a lot of time, over 80%, 70, 80% of the time, a man is pretty much lusting over the body, okay? You say, well, Bobby, you know, I ain't lusting. How you know? How do you can tell? How can you tell if you're lusting or you're loving? Love is an action, okay? It must be, you must show your love, not just, love don't mean sex. Sex is not love and love is not sex. Don't get that twisted, guys, okay? Keep telling y'all, love is not sex. Sex is an outgrowth of love. You can love me all you want. I can love a woman every day of my life by showing I care. That's love is doing. You take care of her, you love her, you help her. That's love. The sex is just blam, bam, thank you, man. In and out. That's all I want. You know? So that's a big difference, guys. And I see a lot of people confuse it. And they have this term, well, we just went to bed together. We just made love. No, you didn't make no love. You slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. You did the wild thing. And just be honest with it. They try to make it nice. People try to nicen up the terminology of just having sex by saying we made love. No, you didn't make love. You made sex together in the bed. Wow, nasty, stinking sex. Because there ain't nothing clean about sex. It's stinking and it's nasty. And so that's what you did. So don't say we made love. They try to, society in the world tried to clean it up. Talk about, well, you know, we made love all last night. We made love all last night. No, you stank it up. You made sex. Yeah, because I play. Anybody that has sex knows that sex is not clean. It's stinking. I mean, but you have some good feeling on it, but it stinks. You know what I'm saying? It's got a bad odor. Let's go. We got Paul. He said, Paul, he says, sadly to many people, lust seems to be the flavor of the month. We need to get rid of that or we will never have the right one. Yeah. Whenever you just lusting after somebody's body, man, that's not true love. That's lust. That's just your sexual desire. You remember they had this thing said girls going wild? That is your sexual desire going wild, And you just, only time when you see her, all you see her is you and her in the bedroom in your mind's eye. You hooking up on her and she hooking up on you. And when you, if that's what you into, man, you into lust, okay? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just telling you the truth. You know, sometimes we don't face the truth because the truth hurts. You know, a lot of us can't handle the truth, so we deny the truth. But the Bible said when you face the truth will make you free. Okay, I'm trying to get y'all free. Lust and love is different, and when you know the difference, you stay out of a lot of trouble. Okay, lust has gotten many people in trouble. You think I'm playing with you? I'm gonna tell you, give you a perfect example. Mike Tyson. You know, he lusted on a woman, beauty queen, I forgot her name, and he wound up in jail. He raped the girl. You know, I can name a whole lot of others. Kobe Bryant before he died, you know, years ago he raped a woman too. You know, he didn't go to jail because he paid her off. But lust, man, lust. Okay, and when you don't have that, or you know the difference, then you can restrain yourself. I'm going to tell you the difference, one and another difference between lust and love. Lust, you have no restraints, okay? There's no discipline with lust. However, if you love someone, you are disciplined. Love causes you to be restrained. It causes you to be more compassionate. It causes you to be more disciplined. However, when you lust after someone, there is no discipline. Anything goes. You have no restraints. Therefore, you will do anything to satisfy your lustful desire. So are you with me, JP? I'm just bringing it down to you, man. See, some of y'all don't never get this kind of talk. You be doing, man, I love, and you're full of lust. You don't know the difference. So you be thankful when you go to bed tonight. Say, Lord, I thank you for letting me listen to BobbieD today. Explain something to me that I was confused on. And thank you, Lord, for opening up my eyes. That's what you need to pray. Let's go. Who we got? He said, they say, yeah, Robin Gibbons. Yeah, Robin Gibbons. That's who he's married to. And Robin Gibbons was, Robin Gibbons she's a floozy, man. She was nothing. Look, Robin Gibbons wasn't nothing going on with her. She's still alive today. She still ain't doing nothing but going after people's money. That's all she is, gold digger. She got Mike out of everything, but Mike did wrong too now. Oh, you gonna put it all on Robin. Mike beat her up all the time. He was beating her up all the time. I remember Barbara Walters did an interview with them, man, and she came on national TV and said, I'm tired of you beating me up. And Mike told him, he's like, what? He's like, you ain't have to say all that on TV. I mean, she actually admitted that he beat her up on TV. So, yeah, we all have issues. Lust will cause you to do. Love will never let you beat somebody up like that. So if you beat a woman up and you go back and say, I'm sorry, I really love you. No, you don't love her. How could real love cause you to beat somebody like a dog? Don't play with me like that. And if any of you ain't out there trying to beat a woman, somebody need to beat up on you, teach you the difference. Let's go around train BobbieD DC One Nation. Who we got? That's it. All right, guys. It's been real. It's been real. It's been real. But we got to go. We got to go. We got to go. This is BobbieD. We talked to you about when it's the right time, how to know when it's the right time to pop that question. I gave you 3 very positive points that will help you when you entertain that question in your mind. Is this the right time? When is the right time for me to pop this question? Number 1, you got to understand communication is the key. If you have consistent, clear, and complete communication in your relationship with your lady, you might want to consider answering the right question, popping the question. Number 2, you should be able to, you should be clear communication. And then number 2, you should be able to understand that you have to have complete and clear, consistent trust in your relationship. If she's telling you the truth, then all the time, most of the time, she's good. She knows she's not a liar, okay? I mean, a little lie here and there, everybody do that. I'm talking a little small, but always lying everything? She's not for you. Get rid of her. And then lastly, I told you number 3 was if you know that you have a good desire to cohabit with her, to live with her, and to commune with her, that may be your opportunity to pop the right question. Now, also remember, guys, don't just be answering one of those and say, well, we just have good communication. I think it's time to now. All 3 of those things have to be affirmative. You have to have a win-win in all 3 of those questions. If only one of those questions is a go, you still need to wait. But when you have all 3 of those questions and you're affirmative in your mind and heart and spirit and soul, and you prayed about that lady, it's time, okay? Don't put it off. For somebody else to come along and take your lady and go. You remember that song? Jody got your lady, Jody got your girl and gone. Remember that back in the day? Okay, we got Paul. He said, great conversation, enjoy it. Take it easy. Yeah. All right, man. Y'all do the same. That's it for now. Take care. God bless. Peace.